Okay, S3, this is your first piece of homework that is looking at the image of the photocopy in the grid, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the demo on how you can transfer that photocopied image onto the grid here. You'll always have three choices in your homework for each task. One, you can copy the photocopy onto the grid. Two, you can draw what's in the photocopy, but you might want to do it on a white sheet of paper with no gridding because you have the confidence to be able to do the scale and proportion yourself. And three, you might want to choose your own cups or mugs as well, and you might want to draw those on a sheet of white paper. And basically you can do the same for every piece of homework. So we've got an example of a flower here, a rose. If you wanted to do that, you could use your own rose from the garden or another flower. We've got a pine cone. We've got a piece of drapery here. We've got mushrooms here. You might want to draw your own mushrooms. You might want to draw ones that your mum or dad have picked from the shopping. There's a drawing of a can here. You might do another can that you've got, etc., a perfume bottle. So it's entirely up to you. You've got those three choices. It might be that you do a combination of both. As you go through your homework, you might realise that you don't need to do the gridding anymore, and you build up confidence in being able to do the scale and proportion and size all yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you make a start. Start with the basic outline shapes of the objects. So we've got three cups here. If I look here on the top edge, on the top square here, I can see the corner of this cup here. So I'm going to put that in. And then it goes through this square here. And it takes up a wee bit of the next one, but not much, and comes round like that. Okay. Then looking at the side, it comes down this square, down the next square, but not all the way down because this other one gets in the way. Then I've got this one here, goes all the way down the next one. And then it starts to curve around for where the ellipse is. The handle starts on the second one down. So basically the gridding is an opportunity for you to get the size, the positioning, the scale and the proportion of whatever objects you're drawing as accurate as possible. And then maybe with more practice and as you go through the tasks throughout the course of the year, you'll have the confidence to take that gridding away. So this handle comes down to the next square, but then it doesn't go to the next one, so it comes round here and it goes into the next square, so it goes from that one into that one, whereas at the top it doesn't, but actually at the top, made a wee mistake, we need to bring that in a wee bit more, because that goes right on the line here, but in a touch as well, so I'm going to bring that in and bring it in a touch. There we go, that's better. Okay, so that's my first cup. It's got a little rim here, so I'll put that in, and that rim continues on the inside up here. There we go. Then the next cup, the one that's on its side, it starts halfway through here, so the ellipse for that one goes through 1, 2, 3 boxes. But the top box and the bottom box, it's only halfway through, or not even halfway through those ones. Then this goes at a slight angle to there. And this curves down, like so. So it's really all about just taking your time and looking at the boxes and looking and seeing what's in each box to allow you to get the size and the scale of your objects accurate. The handle here, it starts on the kind of cross between these boxes here, so start it here. draw lightly, then you can rub it out again. And there's a little curve here. Then the next curve starts, the corner of that's right on this edge line here. And that's the basic outline shape. So that's the first part that you want to do, and then next part is going on to your tone and your shading. And I'm going to use a H pencil, which is a very hard pencil but also a very light pencil, and I'm going to use a 2B pencil, which is much softer and much darker, and I might use a tiny touch of my 6B, which is an even darker tone, to do the tone and shading. If you don't have access to those three pencils, a HB will do just fine. You lean lightly for your lighter tones and lean more heavily for your darker tones. So I'm going to continue with the tone and the shading. You can watch how I do. There we have it, that's me finished it. I've done my tone and shading. So the thing that you shouldn't forget at the end is to do your self-assessment. So looking at my drawing, it says here, is it a good similarity to the original objects, or does it show accuracy and proportion? And I would say it definitely shows accuracy and proportion. It's the right size, so I'd definitely circle that. Do I have a wide range of tones, or do I have a variety of accurate tones demonstrating depth? And I think I do, because I've got my 6B that I've used for my darker tones here. I've got my 2B, I've got my H tones, I've used my rubber for my white highlights, etc. So I would say it's that one. Have I got appropriate detail, or have I got accurate detail? Well, if I take, for example, just this this handle here, and I look at that one here, you can see that I've got both sides of the handle. If you look at it there as well, I've done exactly the same. I've got that side of the handle there, and then the other side of it. So I would say I've got a lot of accurate detail. And have I got a wide range of marks? Well, I suppose I have, because I've got my shading that's going out underneath here. This is a bit more scratchy because that's what it was like inside the mug, etc. So yes, I would say that. So overall, I would say I was a level 4. Okay.